our pitches does not get interrupted. Okay. All right. Curveball. Curveball.
Now you have to tell jokes.
Now I got to tell a joke. That's right.
Good with bad jokes.
Here, that's improvise. Is it on? Yeah, it is on. I will not tell a joke. Here, we participated a lot.
Hello. Oh, here.
This one? There we go. Our students have done a lot of research and participated in a lot of competitions. In the back, we have Miss Gire, Jerry, here we go. And they host a incubator competition at Technology Center of DuPage. And our students go there and get feedback from other students that also are in the program across the region. And they introduce, they have a booth, they pitch to their individuals, and they get feedback on that. And our groups did an amazing job setting all of those booths. And one of the main things that our groups got out of there was that if you don't talk to people outside, right, it's going to be very hard to get feedback and honest feedback for your business. So our students sometimes are afraid to go out there and talk to strangers because they're not used to it. But this group has done tremendous amount of work, and they push themselves outside of the box and their comfort zone to make that happen. They've gone to Trader Joe's, they've gone to the mall, they've gone multiple places and interview people on their business. So it'll be really nice. All groups are gonna pitch their idea and they're gonna share a little bit more how they got customer feedback, but there's always a problem that they're trying to solve and pivot for that business or their idea. So let's give them another round of applause. I'm glad Ms. Ward joined us for our event. She's our principal here. And then we won't make this any more awkward. So we'll wait for the passing period and then we'll go ahead and start, all right? All right, feel free to grab more water or coffee. All right, we'll give it a second.
They work. Oh yeah, you can open it. You can look throughout the entire product. Just untie the book. Untie the book. Because it's
Oh, no wonder the walk.
And you can put your hands inside the flaps from the top.
Say that one more
You can
time.
put your hands from the top inside the flaps.
Show me. Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Clever.
Little sleeve.
Yes. Oh, I did. So, you always been.
Camel buy 100,000 of them.
Well, this idea came about because I had my mom's birthday, but I also had volleyball. I had volleyball and I had a lot of homework. And I went to July School after volleyball. It was about 7 o'clock. and I went to go buy her flowers for her birthday, but there was no one there to arrange the flowers. So I had to do it all in my car, and it took me about an hour. So I was done at 8 o'clock. I got home, I gave her the flowers, and it was so late. I had so much homework. I had to wake up early for morning practice the next day. Like, it was just a big mess, and honestly, it didn't come out like this. 'Cause I don't. Yeah.
No, this is good, right? You're
Yeah. I don't have any floral experience, so we wanted to make something that is a tool for people who have no experience with flowers. So it's easy, and with our product, it took me 2 minutes to make a bouquet.
You have to repeat that all over again.
Yeah.
I got it right here.
So you like arranging flowers?
Yeah.
I know someone that might hire you.
Kurwa, niemiła jest. Powiedziała mi wszystko, bo oni się pytają, dlaczego to zrobiłaś, no to mówię. Ona powiedziała, okej, będziesz musiała to jeszcze raz powtórzyć.
Bo nie słyszy.
A, może. Guys, I'm like gripping onto this mic. Just click it while you're walking. He tried grabbing a snack.
I'm gonna have to use my cell phone for you because you're white and the background is white. I was wondering that she was like, oh yeah, when you guys came up. So
Yeah. You'll see, it's gonna be.
I thought those were for Mr. Garcia.
Don't ask them to volunteer. Be like, now let's have one lucky judge come up.
All right, time's up. Now let's compare our results. Sorry, Mr. Roland, could you show your bouquet to the audience?
Come on, this is the winner, guys. This is the winner. What's that, huh?
Make some noise if you like Mr. Roland's bouquet. Now let's go to Paula. Paula, can you show your bouquet to the audience? Ooh, I think we have a clear winner.
Give a round of applause to our contestants. You may now have a seat.
Thank you so much. Bouquet making is difficult.
Elevator pitch.
That's what I'm doing.
So many times.
Bouquet making,
Elevator pitch.
that's what I'm doing.
Have you ever struggled making a bouquet?
Have you ever struggled to make a bouquet?
So many times.
Wouldn't it be easier if you had a map that showed you where every single flower should go?
That would be amazing if only something like that was real.
But it is. I'm Diana,
I'm Paula. And I'm Victoria.
and we're the founders of Hugs and Petals.
Based on the 200 survey responses, this issue is extremely common, affecting females and males of all ages.
Our product is the answer key to floral arrangements. Not only does it help you visualize where each flower should go, but also hugs your bouquet in an elegant craft paper that makes the perfect on-the-go gift for your loved ones.
With Hugs and Petals, you won't have the stress of gift giving. We've made it fun and easy for everyone.
So next time you forget an anniversary or have a birthday party you have no time to shop for, choose Hugs and Petals. It's so easy, even your husband can do it.
Now, let's go more in depth into our company.
Over the year, whether it's for birthdays, holidays, or celebrations, people spend around $100 or more on just flowers. But this isn't by choice. People have no floral experience. They don't know where to start or how to make a bouquet, and often have to resort to professional flower shops. But those kind of arrangements can cost between $50 to $100 to $200. That's a lot of money. And when you try to DIY a bouquet, it's messy, time-consuming, and extremely difficult when you don't know what you're doing. That's where Hugs and Petals comes in. We kept coming back to the same moment. Flowers in hand, but what do I do next? However, the question we're asking is not, how do we make flowers cheaper? Instead, we are trying to ask, how do we make people more capable? With Hugs and Petals, we have made a guided template that allows the user to visualize their entire bouquet in one. Inside the brown paper, there are 4 pockets, which each indicate a different piece of your bouquet. First, you have greenery, which is like ferns and eucalyptus. Then you have your focals, such as lilies, roses, tulips, and peonies. Third, you have your fillers, like baby's breath or other smaller flowers to fill in the gaps of your bouquet. Finally, you have focals again. When you're all done with your bouquet, all you do is wrap it up in the brown craft paper, tie it with the bow attached to the back, and you have the perfect on-the-go gift for your loved ones. When comparing Hugs and Petals to other flower wraps like Trader Joe's, there is a clear difference. While Trader Joe's focuses on presentation, Hugs and Petals focuses on the experience and the learning curve that comes with making bouquets. We are better because we have a guided template that shows each step. There is far less trial and error, which also leads to less waste with flowers, and there is no floral experience needed.
Our survey of approximately 200 people gave us clear insight on exactly who our customers are and how they prefer to work with flowers. When we asked the question, would they be interested in a product that helps them create a bouquet, 78.6% responded with yes, showing a clear demand that they need guidance in the flower arranging process. We also asked the question how people prefer to receive their flowers. While only 35.7% responded with professionally ordered bouquets, the majority, 54%, responded with self-made bouquets, and only 10.3% responded with store-bought flowers. These results indicate that a significant portion of the market not only want to create their own bouquets, but value the guidance while creating those bouquets to make the process easier and more satisfying. This proves that Hugs and Petals is meeting a real need for people who not only want to create their own bouquets, but want the control, the creativity, and the confidence while doing so. We connect with our customers through social media, which include Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We post flower arranging tips, showcase our product, and also provide important information about flowers throughout the seasons. Our content is designed not only to educate and inspire, but also support our store partners and end users, making them feel confident when using our product. In addition to our social media, we provide an email where customers can email us and ask us questions, request tips, and get personalized help. This approach allows us not only to build trust, but also encourage repeat use and ensure that anyone who is using Hugs and Petals has the guidance and confidence they need when using our product. We plan to sell B2B, distributing our product directly through retailers rather than directly to consumers. Our initial focus is Trader Joe's, as it is privately owned and known for supporting innovative products, which allows us to have a direct and more personal experience while working with them. In addition to Trader Joe's, we aim to partner with local flower shops, as our product naturally fits into the customer experience and adds value both to the florist and the customer. We also see Amazon as a key channel, as it allows us to build relationships with retailers and customers. By starting with Trader Joe's, local flower shops, and Amazon, it allows us to build relationships with all three and allows us to connect with customers wherever they are. Through our website, retailers can come and buy our product in bulk, which allows them to provide as many as they need. So the quantities are either 50, 100, or 200. This allows us to see also where our product sells best and where we have to focus our marketing strategies.
Our cost structure is very simple. For every Hugs and Petals template, the materials and packaging cost 14 cents each, bringing our total cost per unit to 28 cents. With the selling price of $2.99, that puts our profit margins over 90%, allowing us to still have good profits as well as remaining affordable. Our other fixed cost is our website, which is $29 per month, totaling to $174 for 6 months. This website will help us share more insights about our product as well as connect with other customer partners. We will earn our revenue through selling our Hugs and Petals template for $2.99, made possible by low production costs. We will also host bouquet making events where our customers can create their own unique bouquets using the help of our product. This will help generate more income as well as teach others how to use our product. We will also be involved in pitch competitions such as this MVP pitch and final pitch, where we are given the opportunity to pitch for funding. While funding is not always guaranteed, these pitches will provide financial support and valuable exposure to keep growing our business. Hugs and Petals, because of our low production cost, Hugs and Petals breaks even after selling 38 templates to cover the $112 in expenses we have incurred so far.
We measure our success through sales data and customer feedback. Sales data is measured on a monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis, allowing us to see where we need to improve and also what we're doing really well at. With customer feedback, it allows us to ask directly to the customer and store partners, how do they like our product and how is it fitting into their experience? On top of those two, we also pull our social media engagements by using likes, comments, and shares to realize if our content is promoting our product well or if we need to improve it. These key metrics allow us to see where we need to improve and also what we're doing really well at in order to keep doing that.
Our total addressable market is all women ages 25 to 45 in all of Illinois, which is approximately 1.6 million people. Our service addressable market narrows that group of customers down within a 20-mile radius of the Trader Joe's located in Schaumburg, including all customers as well as local nearby flower shops. Our service obtainable market also focuses on women ages 25 to 45, but specifically in Schaumburg, which is approximately 12,500 people.
To continue funding Hugs and Petals, we are asking for $365. $16.20 will go towards materials and packaging so we can create more templates in the future. $52.99 will go towards a sticker machine so we can do labeling and branding for our company. $174 will go towards our monthly subscription for our website for 6 months. And $112 will go towards previous investments that we put into Hugs and Petals. With this funding, we can continue to expand our business and allow our customers to create beautiful bouquets with confidence. Thank you.
All right, great job, Hugs and Petals. Now we're gonna have 5 minutes of Q&A, so if anybody would like to ask a question. All right, first one.
All right, great job, ladies. So I just have a couple things. Maybe you guys can help clarify, and I will start with your market since you guys just discussed that. My question to you is, if you're catering to females, what about the males who do like to buy for their girlfriend, for their wives, and they don't know what to do? Because a lot of times the women are not buying for themselves.
Well, our product isn't only limited to women. We just found that in our survey, we had a question that was whether woman, like that asked if you're a male or a female, and then a follow-up question that asked if you would be interested in a product like this. Majority, I believe 75%, was women that were interested in our product. And I believe this is because recently there has been a big trend in self-care and like self-love on TikTok, Instagram, and social media in general, which really surrounds women purchasing flowers for themselves, decorating their homes, or just in general for their own pleasure. And honestly, if you have a spouse and you are going to a celebration or a family member, who's the one who usually buys the presents or the gifts when you go? It's usually the wife or the girlfriend, right?
All right, very good. And then my next question would be, if your competition is someone like Trader Joe's, what will set you apart if they decide to come up with a guide or template just like this?
So we plan to sell ours in the store, so we would like work with them to have our product rather than selling this product, because when you wrap it, you can't see the inside, so it's very similar to what they sell already. It's just there's a guide on the inside to help you create those bouquets.
Yeah, this wrap actually is from Trader Joe's, and we found that a lot of people struggle to use it because it's difficult to open and there's not really clear instructions on what to do.
Thank you, ladies. I'll pass it on.
All right, you ladies did a great job. I have kind of two questions. So I appreciate all the numbers you guys put out there. Have you looked into what the price difference would be between your product and what's already being sold at Trader Joe's and places like that? And how much would that be?
Yeah, so Trader Joe's right now, the cost of the product is $1.44, and we sell ours at $2.99, so about $1.50 in difference. So, and we also have a guided template which adds on to the price. That's why we made it a little bit higher.
Gotcha. And then, yeah, that was really my main one. So I'll pass it over. Thanks.
Okay. Honestly, you guys answered all the questions that I had throughout the presentation. I had them early on, and then I went back and answered them based off of what you said. So the only thing I have is just an idea for capturing information moving forward with the survey. The website's a great idea, but consider doing business to consumer through the website. That'll help you to capture surveys directly from each customer that purchases. right? So that way you get that feedback instantly. You may not get the feedback instantly when it comes to social media from a person who purchased, or from Amazon, or from Trader Joe's. I mean, Trader Joe's, you're not going to get any feedback, right? So in order to keep propelling forward, that's what I would recommend.
Thank you.
No question, just a little bit of feedback. Presentation was awesome. Your ability to public speak and deliver in front of people that you don't know, amazing. Activity, spot on. You're able to get the judges involved with, or your audience involved with something different. Your enthusiasm, it shows. Starting a business, scaling a business, all comes down to creating a system that can make any employee be able to perform the job, and that's something you have developed. So keep on pushing. I'm very excited to see you guys at the final pitch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys did very well. I have a little bit of questions and very biased by people buying flowers at a grocery store. Because as a flower owner, we have started in the industry, and actually flowers just have been starting to be purchased by grocery stores about 20 years ago, which has definitely brought small businesses like me out of business. Cute idea. How many men do you think actually would buy that and then go buy flowers separately to turn around to give for a gift?
So for example, what we do is we go to Julasco to buy our flowers a lot of the time, because there's a 3 for $15 deal. And just how like Julasco has it, where there's a stand that like you can put the flowers inside, that's exactly what we plan is right next to it. And then on our packaging, we also plan to like advertise it in a way where customers can see like the final product of what they can create. And then on our packaging also we put like examples of what it is, so it helps everyone. If like a guy doesn't know what type of flowers to buy, for example, they see exactly an example of like what they should buy.
Right. I'm just trying to have you guys open up eyes, because I'm in the industry. I have a lot of customers, mostly men, will come in and say, I want to buy a bouquet and I don't know what to do. You guys are the professionals. Please create something. So we go ahead and we stagger the flowers more as a round bouquet with the paper, with more tissue. It's a little bit more creative. And everybody walks out as a happy customer. You don't always have to spend $50, $75, $100. You fill to what you can. Actually, jewel prices are sometimes a little bit more, because they only give you the flower, not the foliage and everything else. That would be on my standpoint of looking from outside. So the cost difference between the paper and then buying all the flowers, how much of a big difference of actually having a professional do it?
So if you do like what we do and you go to Julasco and buy the 3 for $15, we rounded it up around to like $20. If you buy that, it's $3, and then your flowers are around $18 plus tax, $20. Where typically if you go to like a flower shop, we've noticed that it's like double that or sometimes even triple that, depending on the flowers that you order. So if you get like a vase, or like just like depending on what you get. So it's also like meaningful in a sense. So like
That I agree with.
when someone else makes it, it's like, yeah, they made it, but there's like no meaning behind it. So it just like, it shows that there's meaning behind the flowers.
That I do get. I definitely get that. Usually, man, I guess that really would be it. It's a cute idea, but if we were doing like the real Shark Tank and how they say I would be interested, I probably would say I would not be interested. But it's a nice idea for, like you said, to be more personal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So being a typical man, if I ever get in trouble, I just go to Pam and tell her to make me something, because I would never know how to do that. But a couple questions I have is, you put down the breakdown of the costs, 14 cents. What about delivering this to those stores? How much is that going to cost you?
So like the average price that we've looked at, because originally we were looking at just like shipping hours, and we found that it's around like $7 for like the little thing. So we were like, it's kind of pointless to send that, because you're paying almost like $10 for it. So there's no point, but we'd probably offer free shipping just because they're our partners. So we wouldn't want them to also pay shipping.
But you have to eat that cost, so you have to
Yeah.
include that into your costs. Two, 90%, I mean, everybody would love to get 90% profit, right? And if you're saying that they're selling them for almost half of what you guys are making them for, and I understand you have the little guide inside, what would make Trader Joe's want to lose half of that profit? And two or three, think about doing a 50, 100, 250 and doing a price break on the more that they order, right? Give them the opportunity to buy more from you at a little lesser. I mean, we can live on 80% or 70%, right? And my last one is, how does that hold up if I go to Jewel and I take that flour out of the pot and it's wet and I'm putting it in the paper? Does that hold up for that time frame?
I would say it does hold up. I actually did do that. I had like soaking wet flowers and I just put them inside a product. It did get wet, but because of the paper is so thick, it dried up. And our product is honestly more of like a 1 to 2 time use kind of thing. Because I mean, when you give someone flowers, they take the whole bouquet and they probably throw out the rest. But it does hold up pretty well to like water and other elements.
Thank you. Nice work.
Thank you.
All right, good job. All right, thank you, ladies. No, it's fine. Let's move this. Yeah. All right, next up, CareNAS. Let's give him a couple minutes for transition here. All right, take a breather, get yourself settled, and then we'll go. Let me know when you're ready.
It's kind of difficult to hold.
Ready?
Just like pretend. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
Are you really not going to study for the calc exam tomorrow?
No.
What? Why not?
Hold on. Hello? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna be down there in a second. Okay. Bye.
Are you going to a party?
Oh, yeah. Good luck with your studying.
Bye. I've been working at this calc homework for hours and I still don't get it. I can't even talk to my friend. She just left me for some stupid party and my parents live 3 hours away. I feel so alone right now and I just don't know what to do. Hello?
Hello, this is a package from CareNAS from your family.
Oh, thank you. What is this? Whoa, is this a care box with my favorite snacks and toys? And is this a picture of me and my family? Oh, this is so sweet. You can go stand over there if you want.
Hello, my name is Juan Lopez.
My name is Maya Otero.
And my name is Mia Otero.
And we are
CareNest.
Think back to when you were 18, just starting college. Everything's new. The campus, the schedule, the people. You're excited, but you're also kind of lost. Meet Michael Santos, a college freshman who dreamed of going to college for his whole life. His parents helped him settle in, helped him pack, and told him this is the place that he needed to be. But a week into college, reality hit different. Michael Santos found himself walking alone to class, eating lunch by himself, and staring at the walls in his dorm. The dream he once dreamed of was now becoming a reality, and reality was starting to set in, and he was feeling really lonely.
But Michael Santos isn't the only kid that feels this way. After doing some research, we found that 28% of college students are feeling isolated from others, with 94% experiencing homesickness, and 94.7% of all college students are experiencing loneliness. So how do we as a company solve this problem? Well, it's simple. We provide care packages to college students that are sent from their loved ones so that they know that they're feeling supported and cared for while they're away from home.
And that's where CareNest comes in. With CareNest, parents like Michael's family can send them comfort snacks, wellness items, letters and pictures from home, and color themes to remind them that care doesn't end when college begins. It just needs a new way to be delivered.
So now that we've gone over a little bit about what our company wants to do, let's go over how we're bringing our idea to life. So originally, when we first started out, we originally focused on creating like holiday packages, specifically focusing on like Christmas or Valentine's Day. And Juan's going to show you guys the box right now so you can get a better look at it. And we provided like little snacks and a letter sent from parents in there. So what's in the letter would be a customized letter that either they typed out and we printed out for them and put it in there. And it would have a picture of them and their family. And yeah. As for getting some feedback from parents, we went around and we surveyed parents, and a lot of them actually showed interest in our product, with around 54% of them saying that they would be willing to pay around $20 to $40 for our product. And not only that, but in order to actually figure out what we wanted to put into the box, we asked parents what they would want in the box, and they typically said snacks, toiletries, a gift to put in there for their child, or just school supplies in general.
So for the price of our box, we settled on 3 snacks, and we're trying to put them all in different varieties. So for this box, we did Rice Krispie treats, Skinny Pop, and Cheez-Its. And then instead of a motivational activity, we're doing a motivational plush. And then for our self-care items, we're going to be doing face masks, a razor set, mini toothpaste, loofah, and a loofah. And then for the letter, we obviously have to have an envelope, and the reason why we put the envelope on there is because everything on this slide is going to be bought on Amazon in bulk.
As for the packaging, for example, like the box and like the little stuffing that we put in there, we'd be getting the letter and the picture from CVS, and it would roughly cost around 71 cents. As for the box itself, it wouldn't be this specific box because it's our prototype. It would be a different type of box, but it would be around $6.95 from Uline. And as for the crinkle paper that we would put inside the box, it would be a 10-pound box, which would be a bulk, and that would cost around $2.16. For that one box. And then for our business card, it would be around 25 cents that we put in each box. And as for the shipping, if we were to go and ship this out, it kind of varies depending on the weight, the size of the box, and where you're shipping it to. So for example, we went to the UPS store the other day, and they told us that with this specific box, if we were to deliver it, it would cost around $50 to $100 to deliver it to California. So again, it does vary, so we don't have like a specific set price for that.
Yeah, which is why we're only shipping in Illinois right now, to hopefully help with the affordableness with our customers. Yeah. And the total cost of our box is $17.96. We're selling it for $40, leaving us with a 55% margin, and then our profit is $22.04.
As far as the design of our boxes, we hope to bring students comfort not only through the items inside the box itself, but also through its sleek design. We have simple designs on the box just to remind students that their parents care for them, with the design of the box being so nice looking and comforting to their students.
Yeah. Also, along with the themed boxes, we'd also hope to look forward to moving to the military as well, because they're also away from home and they need that caring, emotional feeling as well from their family. CareNest is unique in giving parents like Michael's mom a simple, heartfelt way to send connection through nostalgia. We got this idea from a class that me and Maya have taken here at Fenton, where we were required to send a letter to one of our loved ones to remind them how much we cared about them. And I remember when I got my letter from my sister, and that feeling when I got it, it was just amazing. And I remember when she got it, she was crying, and when my mom got it, she was crying. So I just know that feeling, like sending a letter to somebody, it's different because you can send a text to anybody, but no one sends letters anymore. So when you're sending a letter and just actually being able to hold that moment in your hand it's just 10 times better. And I don't know if anybody else in here has taken leadership where you send a letter. Vicky. Vicky was in our class.
Vicky knows.
But yeah, it's a nice feeling. And then unlike our competitors, they don't evoke any nostalgic ideas into their box. At most, they only include self-care items and snacks, which you can get in the snack break kit and the immunity crate. But those come in 2 separate boxes. And then they also offer a package where you can pick what's actually in the box, but they charge an overwhelming amount, charging up to over $80 for that box, which is ridiculous. But our box includes everything in one box, or our care package includes everything in one box, which is the snacks, the self-care items, and what they don't offer in their box is the motivational part or the nostalgic feeling, which is the letter and picture from family. And ours is more affordable, which makes our product all that much better.
As far as our total addressable market, we hope to target Judson University in Elgin, Illinois, as it is with a 20-mile radius from us. And we want to primarily target students that are moving away from home to attend this university, which would be about 451 students that we hope to target in this university.
As for our service achievable market, we want to target people around Bensonville and Wooddale, as Bensonville's population is roughly around 18,000, with Wooddale's almost being around 14,000, and they would be living within a 5 to 10 mile radius. And for our service obtainable market, we want to go to parents' children, like people who graduated from Benson recently as of last year that we know that are our friends, and we want to go to their houses and show them our website. Did you tell them to go on the website?
No, we haven't gotten the socials yet.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, we want to show them our website, and then from there they can pick, they can buy our box from the website.
As far as getting our company out there, we are using markets like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and our Shopify website. As far as websites like Instagram and TikTok, Facebook and TikTok we have not yet posted, but our Instagram shares daily updates of our company and how we are moving along. As far as also our Shopify website, which we have designed, which costs us around $30 a month, shares the ideas of our product and what we bring as a company, as well as giving our customers an option to buy our product directly from our website and being able to customize our product directly for their students.
Yeah. This is the website that we would want to show the people in our, for our SOM. They would just have to go on there and they would buy it, and that's all they have to do. Not too much work, stress-free. Planning and shipping makes it easier. And then they're gonna go back to the slideshow. Thank you.
Thank you. And as far as an ask for any investors, we would be asking for $1,000 as we want to build 25 boxes. That cost would go into our Amazon bulk items, which would be all the items we were buying from bulk directly from their website, which would be $236.93, as well as any extra packaging and extras, which would be a fee of $300.81.
As for our taxes and anything with the price changes that we need to go back and fix, that would be around $75, so that in case anything gets ruined or anything like that, we have extra money to put into that, so that people are able to receive their packages, where it's not messed up or anything like that. And same thing with the backup inventory and any damaged items that we need to replace. That would be around $100 as well.
And as for the website we just showed you, we'd also like to make a link tree, and that costs $75. And then for our restock fund to put everything back into our boxes, that costs $150. And then for any unexpected changes, like prices going down or maybe something came in broken when we bought it, that would be $60.
At CareNest, we know leaving the nest isn't easy. Our goal is to make spreading your wings a little easier, no matter how far you fly away. Because sometimes the smallest box can hold the biggest feeling.
Home.
Thank you.
All right, great job, CareNest. Judges, questions? Yes.
Great job, guys. I want to start off by saying I was so happy to hear you say that you want to eventually work with the military. I firsthand experience have deployed and received care packages, and it was really nice to just see the people that the military were working with, like the kids, the students, just children who are trying to, support you while you're in a tough time. So I just want to ask, you guys mentioned that when you go to a UPS or something and they say, how much is the price? Why should someone want to buy your box and not just get the stuff that themselves and then go ahead and ship it in just a regular box?
Because, a lot of parents typically, they tend to work a lot, so they don't usually have that time and effort to go and do it. It's time consuming, and on top of that, you have to travel for the items, and we feel like it would be really easier if we could just put the box together ourselves so that they don't have to go and do it. And on top of that, we would go and ship it for them. So that just saves them all the more time and money from doing it.
Awesome.
Just one less thing to worry about.
Awesome. And I just wanted to get some clarification here. So do you guys have items on the website that they pick from, or how does that work with them getting the items in the box?
So everything that everything that we showed with the price of our box, can you go to that slide? For the price of our box, that's what's going to be in the box. And obviously, since we're buying in bulk, we're going to get a little bit more than what we're actually going to put in the box. So for example, we're only putting 2 Rice Krispie treats in each of the 25 boxes, and we might get 60, which will be too much to put in the 25 boxes. So eventually, as we get more sales on our website, we're going to have options for them to pick from, because if we have extra, then we can use that extra stuff that we got from the bulk items, and they can just pick. If they don't want a Cheez-It, they can pick a different snack. That's how we would be using our extra items that we got from the bulk, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah.
So we're trying to incorporate more options if we have extra left over.
Okay. Yeah. And you paying for those items and then the cost of the box, what's the difference in how much you're profiting?
So we had forgot to mention, but we had run some experiments into school that we have made sales to. So we have made sales to people, and they have asked for different stuff. So we were kind of running tests on seeing what the price would vary. But in order to make it more generalized for now, as we were barely starting out, we would want to do these more broad and just simplified boxes instead of more customized ones that we hope to expand to in the future as the prices vary. As for the motivational pickle plush, we had someone choose as a option slime kit, and it brought up the price a lot since those cost more. So, but yeah, in the future we want to expand to have more items in our boxes that are more customized to the student itself or military.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And this is the last thing I'll say, just so that I'm not taking up all the time here. Have you guys thought about maybe if the families are sending the pictures, the cover, the lid of that, being an option for them to upload their picture themselves so they can see their family and that? I'm not sure if, that's maybe an idea. Instead of the words, they can have the option to have a uploaded picture of the family as the print.
Oh yeah, you mean the background of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our prototype, so that's why the boards are kind of there. But I mean, yeah, that would be a good idea. But we the price that we are considering right now would be the one that would be the printed one. But
yeah, very good, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I thought you guys, again, did very well. I do have a couple questions / suggestions, but one, I know you said you want to stay local. Have you guys given any thought to maybe developing partnerships? So maybe your cost, if you do send it out of state, would be cheaper for you, kind of thing. So that might be something to look into, like partnerships and distributors, things like that. That might help get you more customers. Because it goes into my second question is, I would, if you guys haven't, maybe look at what percentage of college kids, freshmen, actually go out of state. Because I know there's a lot of kids in Illinois that do go to Iowa, other Big Ten schools, things like that. So there might be a lost a large number of people that you're missing out on. And again, that partnership with the vendors outside, the state might help you with that.
Yeah.
And then the last one that kind of came up during your question, if you are buying in bulk, another, I guess, cost is going to be storage. As you buy these things in bulk, you got to put them somewhere. And I'm guessing you can't put them at your parents' house, so you're going to have to buy storage someplace, a warehouse, something like that, and just make sure to try to factor that into your overall cost later on. Because I think buying in bulk is great, but then there's
Then the storage.
there's storage costs, and you guys can't, you don't want it tearing apart all your profit. So that's all I had. But again, great job.
Thank you.
So, great presentation. You guys picked something that is heartfelt. You can't really put a number to it, right, at that point in time. But I did notice on the website that the box that you have there had a price of $40, right? And because the items that are in your box, they vary, how did you land on that price?
I believe we were basing it just based off the prototype that we had right here because, again, when we were doing like the customization, the prices were kind of jumping. So we did it kind of just based on what we had and how much we spent for this box right here, which is, I think, roughly around like $17 to $20. And yeah, that's pretty much where the price came from since we don't have like a set price yet.
So my recommendation, you guys actually have a shipping business. This is basically a shipping business. I wouldn't limit it to one state. You'd go as wide as possible. And in the cost of your item, try to factor in as much of the shipping as possible before shipping is even charged, because then you can find yourself with another revenue stream just from the shipping alone. Ends up helping you guys to pay for this dream and everything that you have going on to continue to propel forward to the next phases. So I would ask that you look into what that looks like, whether it's agreements with Jimmy here over at UPS, but there are ways to add that back into your revenue stream. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great job with the presentation. I like the skit, and I also liked the way you guys shared the microphone and the presentation. So good job. Good job also on doing the research on the pricing and the costs. Big points for going and researching shipping with UPS. As a business owner, you constantly want to ask yourself, how can I reduce my price? How can I get this lower, right? One of the great things about where we live in right now is our industrial park. Our industrial park is actually the biggest industrial park in the country. And with that, there are a lot of vendors, a lot of distributors. So Uline might not always be the best option.
Okay.
And a perfect example is Bubble. I use a lot of Bubble. Uline wants to charge me triple the time. Thank you.
Oh yeah, my mouth went on the mic like that.
Okay. Wait, I was.
I also took that one. I'm taking that one too, so we can sit down.
Okay.
Guys, more space. More space. We're so close.
Do you want us closer?
We are one.
We were like this. We were gonna turn into a blob.
We are Karen.
We're together.
We are
We're gonna
one.
finish this presentation up. Let's resume.
Great job doing the research, doing the homework, break down your costs. I think you can reduce your costs by finding local distributors that can supply you with some of your stuff. But overall, great job. I really don't have a question at this time, but I will have questions on final pitch.
Hi, you guys did great. Like he said, how you shared the microphone and all took your parts. I think that was really good. The first judge did take a lot of my questions away, so she kind of answered them. But I do have just a few. So are there different sizes in these boxes, did you say?
No, everything is just one size.
Okay, so it's just one size. And then the delivery is on top of what the purchase is. So like one of the judges said, try to incorporate a little bit that into the pricing so then the delivery doesn't seem so much and it could be a little more appealing to them. What happens if a customer doesn't like what you guys are offering in that care package?
We can't really help that as of right now, but it's like we said, when we get more orders, we're always going to change like the snacks or like the motivational activity or item. So hopefully as the more stuff that we bulk order, we're gonna have more options because obviously we're gonna over order like what we put in the box, so we're always going to have those extra options. So on the website, like I said, they're going to have options if we have extra of that. So if they don't want that, they can just pick and replace.
Okay. And then I noticed you guys had like a card and then the picture. So the picture, I could see how they could scan it, send it to you. But what happens if they want to do a personal enclosure card, not like handwriting, but like a card that you would buy at the store? How would they get that to you?
Like one of those cards where it's like a happy birthday card,
like
kind
a
of.
Hallmark card or something.
I think for us that would be different because we're going out and we're getting the letter and we're printing out what they're putting onto the letter. I don't think we're going to be doing cards because cards, like the prices of those, they can vary, and that'll only just add on to the pricing of it. Yeah.
Okay. And then what's going to be the design on the box?
It's going to be literally this.
Probably, yeah, something like this. We have stickers printed out that we put on the box. Like this is a sticker. So yeah, it would pretty much look something like this. I think the bottom would just say Karen Est instead though, so that they know like the name of our company.
Oh wait, how do I
Or how about maybe if you guys did more of a personalized cover, which would be an extra charge then to the customer, that looks more for that person that's going to be receiving it from the family?
So, like in the future, I want to touch on this. We want to kind of reduce the cost by a lot by including partnerships, like some of you guys have mentioned, partnership with specific brands that would hopefully pay us to include their product into our box, and as well as partnerships like we mentioned, like the shipping partnerships that could reduce our cost to a point where we can include more customization in our boxes.
Right.
And that way we have different boxes that people can select from and not just like one specific box that we are trying to do right now. So in the future, we could have more like designs or more customization in the box itself with those reduced costs that I mentioned.
Because it would be more like a keepsake.
Yeah.
If they had a picture of their dog on it or something,
Just to make it look more appealing. Yeah,
Right.
I get what you're saying.
And, even without sending it to kids that are out of state or, in Illinois, even you could promote that to families that don't get to see their loved ones in retirement centers. Have like little gift boxes, stuff like that, because they do like to receive stuff from family that can't always come and see them. So that would be a great idea too. But I think everybody else asked what I was going to ask. So, but good job. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to start off being just a little bit critical. Why would me sending my kid to college for $80,000 a year just not go to Amazon and send them a whole boatload of stuff from mom and dad at a cheaper rate? Okay, that's one. Two, you're going to limit it, right? You're going to limit 4 or 5 items when I know what my son wants and I can send him 100 of those items. So you got to watch that part of it. What I think might happen, which maybe you should consider, is a themed box. So you don't have to worry about having a whole bunch of different items on hand, but in February you're going to have chocolate hearts or chocolate this, and then send out a themed box on behalf of everybody's month, so you know what month, what items you need to have to get out, so you don't have a multitude of items laying around that, hey, maybe somebody can't eat Cheez-Its or can't eat things of that nature. You know, I would think of maybe doing a theme box. It's almost on the line of the Chewy, where you send your dog gifts. I think that's another thing. They're doing a huge delivery. They're not paying $40 to deliver that stuff. So that's another thing you might want to look at. I like the idea of you getting with other brands and paying you to do that. That's a great idea. Also, don't limit just Illinois. If somebody wants to send that package, they're going to pay to send that package, and it doesn't cost you extra to put it on your website to ship somewhere else. Just let them do it, right?
Okay.
Make that money. That's really all I have. I think Amazon is really taking a lot from everybody because it's so cheap, so easy, so fast. So that's just where I'm going to see your competition coming in at.
I just want to touch and kind of go back in time to when we first started our company. When we first started our company, our idea was like a subscription box, which is where you would subscribe to our company and every month you would get like a surprise box. Think Crumble, how every week they got a new lineup. That would kind of be our idea, with a new lineup every month, coming in with new customization every month. And we started off doing a Christmas theme box that we actually promoted for a long time. And we had that Christmas theme box, which was actually this. And we, like, as Mr. G mentioned, the COD pitch that we went dressed up. We had Christmas hats and all that stuff. And we were hoping to target our next media to Valentine's Day, and then summer, and then stuff like that when students are away from home. But what we encountered was that there was a problem with bulk ordering, as if we bulked order like too soon and we didn't get enough sales, and we would be stuck on Valentine's Day and it's already May. So that's why for right now and for like the short term, we want to kind of stick to the more like basic and just try to get sales that way in order to scale and hopefully in the future reach those theme boxes.
Like you mentioned earlier about the, going to Amazon and buying like all this stuff and then just sending it straight to your kid. I think about what our company is more focused on the letter and the picture itself. Obviously, I don't know if you would do that, like send a letter and a picture to your kid, but that's what separates us from just doing that, because they get the snacks and they get the letter as well and the picture. So that's kind of like our whole thing.
Yeah, and it's also, like we said, going out of their way. Like, you're going to have to go print it somewhere. You're going to have to type out everything if you're doing it yourself. And then you're going to have to go on Amazon and look at every single thing that you want. And most of the time on Amazon, you're going to have to, like, look. They don't really sell just, like, one thing. It's kind of just everything and everything. But it's like you said, we're doing all the work, and it just makes it easier on the parents. And at most, they're just, incorporating the emotional part with the letter and the picture, which makes it better.
All right. Next up, we have Brush and Go.
Alarm blares, coffee spills, toast burns. Mornings are chaotic, and on top of that, styling your hair feels like a juggling act. Bottles slipping, brushes tangling, and product all over your hands. According to a study done by ghair.com, the average person spends 45 minutes battling their hair daily, and even then, results are inconsistent.
That's why we created
Brush and Go,
a refillable brush that dispenses the product of your choice through the head of the brush. It's a modern, lightweight brush with soft, flexible bristles designed for a smooth and even application.
Perfect for busy teens, moms, or anyone looking for an easier, cleaner way to style their hair. It saves time, reduces mess, and creates effortless results. Ideal for when it's at home, on the go, or even while traveling.
Brush and Go isn't just a brush. It's a smarter way to start your day. Simple, clean, and ready to go whenever you are. With its refillable core and sleek design, Brush and Go redefines everyday hairstyling with zero mess, zero stress.
I'm Alani.
I'm Emma.
I'm Julian.
And I'm Julia. And together, we're bringing you something that will change the way you start your day. But we can't forget our amazing mentor, Mr. Triber, who we like to call Mr. RT.
We truly appreciate his guidance and confidence in our team. We wouldn't be here today without him. With his Ulta Beauty experience and his family-owned business, Chicago White Metal, we truly appreciate his help.
We honestly couldn't have been matched with anyone better. Someone who laughs at our stupid jokes, but also gives us that intimidating, we need to get back on track look when needed.
So here's to many more Wednesdays and continuing to bring Brush and Go to life. Now let us introduce you to Jenna.
Jenna's a 17-year-old high school junior who's always on the go, attending volleyball practice, working a part-time job, and going to school. But there's one thing that always slows her down: her hair. Every morning, she's rushing out the door, and by the time she bikes to school, her hair is dry, frizzy, and totally not giving first period energy. She tries to fix it in the school bathroom, but juggling her brush, tiny bottles of product, and her school books turns into a messy disaster. She's got clumpy hair, sticky hands, and a line of girls waiting behind her. Not ideal. That's where Brush and Go comes in. Brush and Go is a hairbrush that holds and dispenses product through the brush head. It evenly distributes product. No bottles, no spills, no mess. With just a glide, the product of your choice will be easily dispensed and you'll be on your way to slaying the day.
What sets Brush and Go apart is we didn't just create another beauty tool. We fix problems other brands ignore. Many brushes have weak bristles that bend or break, but ours are durable and will glide through all hair types. Instead of being stuck with pre-filled bottles, you can add your own gel, mousse, or conditioner. Plus, the lid keeps your product fresh. Our even flow system ensures smooth, consistent distribution, and the slide-to dispense handle makes it easy to use. Additionally, to reduce product buildup, we plan to create a solution that makes it easy to clean your brush. Because we offer features and versatility that other brands don't, our pricing reflects the added value, yet it's still in a price range people can comfortably afford.
In front of you is a table of our evolution of our design, starting from drawings of our ideas to getting it 3D printed. As you can see, we've created 3 rows of dispensing holes, unlike our competitors who only use 1. This ensures product is evenly distributed. Also, we've created each hole the perfect size, big enough to prevent overflow and clogging, while leaving extra room for strong, durable bristles that give smooth and consistent results every time.
For Brush and Go, we are targeting females aged 15 to 44, such as Jenna, the high school student who values efficiency, convenience, and personal care. To better understand this market, we conducted a school-wide survey with the help of our principal. We asked participants whether they experience this problem, if they'll be interested in purchasing our product, and how much they'll be willing to pay. Most responses fell between $15 and $20 for the brush by itself. So we set the price at $35, which includes free shipping and 2 empty containers for the product of your choice. Additionally, about 97% of respondents reported that they experienced this problem and expressed interest in buying a product like Brush and Go, which shows that our product solves a real and relatable problem.
As mentioned before, we've set our price at $35. Here's what that means for our market potential. Starting with service obtainable market. According to ImpactDuPage.org, there are a little over 4,000 females ages 15 to 44 in Bentonville, Illinois. If 1% of that population bought our brush, it would be a market potential of around $1,400. Zooming in to the service addressable market, which focuses on DuPage County. If 1% of all females in DuPage County bought our brush, that would be a total of around $52,000 in potential revenue. And finally, total addressable market. If 1% of all females ages 15 to 44 in Illinois purchased our brush at $35, that's a market potential of around $870,000. While we're starting small, the potential to grow from our community to the entire state shows just how far Brush and Go can go. We will start as a B2C. Customers will be able to purchase our product directly through our website. As we grow, we aim to move into a B2B and sell our product to retail stores as well as salons. Since our target audience are ages females 15 to 44, we will be using social media as a main way to engage with them. We will be using social media apps such as Instagram and TikTok by posting relatable, empowering, and appealing content. Through posts such as tutorials, lifestyle videos, and behind-the-scenes content, as well as polls and giveaways, will keep engagement high. By maintaining a consistent online presence, we will be able to build stronger relationships with our customers as well as maintain them.
We are using Wix.com for our website. It is in the works, but with a couple of finishing touches and your help, it will be ready to launch. We plan to use our website to gather feedback with these few first steps: build an email list to keep in touch with potential users, and share future updates.
Our main source of revenue comes from direct sales of our brush, which is priced at $35. In the future, we plan to grow our revenue through refill bottles, bundle deals, and customized brush options. Later on, we could even offer a refill subscription. This mix of one-time and repeat sales will help Brush & Go grow and stay profitable over time.
Our cost structure focuses on keeping production affordable while still maintaining a nice high-quality brush. Starting with our fixed cost. It costs a little under $9 to 3D print our product and just around $11.90 to fully assemble it. But that price was significantly decreased once we shift to mass production. To maintain our website, it costs around $30 a month. For packaging, we plan to use bags, boxes, peanuts, and stickers, which cost around $2 per brush. And lastly, to begin, we plan to only ship to Illinois, which will cost on average around $6 per brush.
To keep track of our success, we'll be using customer feedback, sales data, and social media engagement. Customers will be able to reach out directly to us through our website, which makes it easy for them to leave their feedback and for us to see it. We will be also looking at social media engagement to see how many people are engaging with our content and also who are interested in our product. By looking at all of these things, we are able to see what's working, what needs improvement, and adjust our product and marketing strategies as needed.
If we price our brush at $35, we would need to sell around 4 brushes to make even all that money that we've used. As you can see, we've used about $155 out of pocket, so you can see that we've created all of this with just that. So with your help of the money that we're asking for, it can help us come a lot farther.
To guarantee that our product and prototype works to its fullest potential, we will be going out to potential customers. They will be able to test it out and leave feedback on a form that will be available on our website. Then we will be able to see that feedback and adjust our prototype as needed. To do that, we are asking for $820. Here's a breakdown of our $820. To get a professional prototype that works, it will cost around $160 per brush, so it will be $320 for 2. The mechanism, which includes a pump and a tiny tube to bring the product through the brush, will cost around $22, along with our bristles that cost $3 and the containers that will cost $5. Our website costs $30 a month, and for the first 5 months, that will be $150. We have also received donations that are valued at about $44. We have also put out-of-pocket investments to start our business valued at $70.88. Before we begin to print our prototypes, we are planning to find an engineer that is able to review our current prototype and give us feedback in ways to make it the best that it can be. We have estimated that will cost us $200 based on the average hourly rate.
Thank you. Do you guys have any questions?
Sorry, I want to grab the mic first. I love it. And honestly, as you're presenting, my oldest daughter had, she would need that. She's 8 years old. So I would just say, for any mom out there, I know you have your age range of 15, I think it was 44, but it applies to anyone with really, I feel like curly hair, stuff like that would really be helpful. I honestly, get your prototype. I'll give you my card. You call me because I'd love to buy one, truthfully. But I was really blown away. I think there is a need for that. I know even in my house, I got 3 daughters, and there's so many different bottles of products, and it's a mess, in the bathroom and stuff like that. So if they're able to have a little component like your prototype and just kind of attach it, it makes a lot less clutter at the house. So again, just really impressed with the overall presentation and the actual product. I'm trying to look if I had any questions. Honestly, I wrote a note at the beginning you can also market it to salons, but it looked like you guys are eventually going to get there because I think it's great. I mean, obviously you want to make it as friendly looking as possible, not, maybe like you're putting a magazine clip into a firearm or something, but I think the idea is really a great idea, and I just thank you guys for coming up with that.
I don't have any questions. Great job. I'll save them for the final pitch. I would just suggest a lot of people use a spray bottle for water to wet their hair. Maybe that could be another option too, for the water to dispense out, as they're brushing, to just kind of press that button there. That would be helpful.
I love a good invention. That's like my favorite thing to see. So the creativity of solving this problem, and then there's going to be a lot of research and development that's involved in projects like this one. So that's what I want to spend a little bit of time on. Research and development. You got a prototype. You're going to need one that's going to come out to market. The time frame that is going to take to eventually get out there and actually put it on sale, it can vary, right? Because you don't know how many different versions you're going to go through. But then, you have that research and development, then you have the marketing, then you have the material, then you have the marketing, then the shipping, and then you get back your investment to then put it back into RD for version 2, version 3. And I think your ask, it's good for now, right? But it's low, right? It's low relative to how long it's going to take to get a functioning item out to market. And then once that's factored in, the cost is actually still low too. At $35 per unit, R&D is such a big component. There's no telling how much it's actually going to cost you to bring it out to market, right? So while this is a phenomenal idea, it solves something that I also see in my own house, right? I can think of exactly when it's going to be utilized. I urge you with caution, right, to consider what that looks like to bring it out to market, to make it to where you have multiple units ready to sell. How much did it cost to make one unit in full? Did you guys have that yet?
For our prototype, it cost us around like $12, but that was more for materials and not like the time it took.
Okay.
But we didn't have to, we got it donated to us, so
Okay.
it wasn't a cost.
And also, I know you were talking about like the price is like kind of high with the $35,
No,
but
it's not high enough.
oh, not high enough.
No, not high enough.
Well, that's also because it's 3D printed. So once we like actually like mass produce it, we think that price will go down because 3D printing is so much more expensive with the way that we did it that way.
Yeah, you'll be using molds by that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right now we're just currently trying to get like a workable prototype before we start moving to manufacturing, because we would like to get like 2 good prototypes and then have people, like our potential customers, to go and test them out to see like if they have any more feedback and to see what they think for other future prototypes before we do go out to market.
Absolutely. All right.
So being a business owner, you have to be thinking ahead. Mass production. Where are we going to mass produce this?
We have done some research on like manufacturers, but we're not entirely sure which one we would go to. So once we get those 2 workable prototypes and we actually get the advice from our potential customers that like it solves a real and relatable problem, then we will start looking into more manufacturers to see where we would actually go to. But we don't have any manufacturers as of right now.
Yeah, one idea would be like plastic injection molding, where we could create our custom molds. So then we could create the brush with our custom molds. So that's just an idea, but
It's a great product. There's nothing out on the market of anything like this, right? Because I don't think I've ever seen anything.
There's one brush, but it's like really tiny and it doesn't really work as well.
Okay. Is it good for every texture of a hair with this kind of brush?
We're gonna start with like a normal hairbrush, but as we grow, we hope to like include other hair types and like make different hairbrush for different hair types.
Okay. And for the liquid, when it comes out, is it controlled? Is there like a control button or how much comes out?
Yeah, so you'll slide up. Right now it's not on our prototype, but there's like a little thing that you'll slide up and the product will come through the little holes in the head of the.
Okay. And is that a normal size bristle for brushes?
Yeah.
It is? Okay. And then, so it is kind of bulky, so I know this is just a prototype, because I know some women would probably want to put it in their purse, and that's kind of big for a purse.
Right.
So that would be a consideration. And people will spend money, anything for their hair. So yeah, keep on working on it. I think it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you.
So as I sit here and this is being live streamed, my phone is blowing up, telling me that this is the product to invest in. I have a friend who is very, very big on hair care products who is also blowing up my phone right now. A couple things. Yeah, a couple things. And I don't know if I missed this. When you make the brush, is it going to just be one? I think on it you have the one container of liquid. I think maybe you should include multiple containers so they can just snap and go. Right?
Yeah, we were actually thinking about that. So
So they're filled, right?
Well, they're empty, and you could put whatever product you want. And we were thinking also to sell it with 3 bottles, and the bottles would have caps, so you can change them. And with the cap, the product wouldn't like dry out in between.
That's awesome because then you can just snap and go. How easy is it to clean? How easy it to get the gel out to do hairspray? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mix it. I don't have a lot of hair left, but if I want to use mousse or gel, and my wife wants to use something else, how easy is it to kind of get it ready to go for the next person? Or do I have to buy 4 of them?
We were hoping to like make a solution that will break down the product inside, so it'll go through and then it'll come out and clean your brush. Yeah.
Cleaning product that doesn't make me lose any more hair, though. I hope.
No.
Perfect. And the competition is only 1 brush. You said it was out there that you know of.
Yeah.
I
But
like.
their patent is expired. The only one that we have that we researched, their patent is expired. So the only like way that you can purchase their product is via Amazon. Like they don't sell it through their own website.
Guy, I love this idea. It's a great idea. Good job.
Thank you.
Frank, your phone's blowing up because we are YouTube Live. So,
yeah, I just found that out. Thanks.
It is YouTube Live. For those people at home, thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. There we go. That's my pitch. All right. We are going to take a break. We'll resume back at 10:20 because announcements are going to come up in like 2 minutes. And then passing period, we'll be back at 10:20. Okay? All right. Good job, guys. We'll be back. All right, here we go. Let me introduce you a judge that's gonna join the panel, Mr. Aiden Wazir. Let's give him a round of applause, please. He was 5th place MVP winner, 2nd place final pitch winner, and 2024-2025 Business Student of the Year. So we're happy to join us. He's one of the incubator alumni, and he's also going to be part of the judging panel. All right, you guys will hear more about his journey in incubator later on during judges' deliberation. All right, so without further ado, Expandy, give him a round of applause.
All right, go.
Picture this. You're running late, tumbler in hand, and you're ready to hop in your car, only to find out it doesn't fit. Now, it could be rolling all over your car, or worse, spilling all over your seats.
That's why we created Expandy, a sleek adjustable cup holder attachment that expands to fit your favorite drink securely. Whether it's a Stanley, a Walla, or your favorite coffee mug, with Expandy, your drinks are snug and spill-free.
I'm Isabel.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Edwin.
And we are Expandy.
In front of you are console replicas, 2 of which are modeled after cars ranked in the top 10 best-selling vehicles in the U.S. The name of the car is on the side of the console, and if you flip it over, you'll see a spreadsheet of different cup holder measurements. Now, try placing the different size drinks in the consoles. You'll immediately see the problem many drivers are facing.
And also, as you can see above, the struggles that real people do encounter with this. For a solution, we know that we are trying to solve the problem of small drinks moving around and big tumblers not fitting into the cup holders at the same time. We know that it can be a safety issue. Having to hold your drink while driving, or as mentioned, spilling it, that's not a good thing. That's why our idea of the product is to create an expandable cup holder that would fit majority of the cars in the US. The top part of our cup holder will have what we call fingers in order to ensure drinks ranging from 8 ounces to 40 ounces. And the bottom part of our cup holder will have adjusting size in order to accommodate for the size of the cup holder.
This is the first prototype we started with. And this is the current one we're working on.
We are targeting young adults and daily drivers who struggle with a simple but annoying problem. Having larger tumblers that aren't fitting in standard cup holders, or having smaller drinks that are just shaking and spilling all over their consoles and seats.
We've noticed a common flaw in similar cup holder adapters on the market. They completely overlook smaller drinks. Imagine trying to place a Red Bull can in one of those large adapters. One quick break and your drink ends up all over your console. Expandy solves this problem by adjusting to drinks as small as 8-ounce cans to 40-ounce tumblers, all in one sleek, affordable, and convenient design.
Channels. As you can see, we have this shows how we plan to get our product into the hands of our customers. As you can see, we have 2 main areas: online channels and offline channels. To begin with, offline channels, we would have company-owned kiosks, which would be small physical locations that would allow us to sell our product directly towards people. For this, we have been invited to Subaru once again to sell at their Belt location. Secondly, attending potential trade shows. Attending trade shows will not only give us the exposure that we need, but we would also be able to sell directly towards people. And for our online channels, we do plan to have a digital appearance by selling our product through our website, expandy.com, and through social media sites such as the TikTok shop. Customer relationships. We want our customers to be satisfied with our products, and we know that things should happen in life. That's why we created a customer support where they can reach us about any questions or concerns they have about our product. We also want them to give us any ideas or suggestions, making this product as personal as possible. And in the future, we do plan to open a 15-day period of returns and exchanges after purchase.
Market size.
Our total addressable market would be about $270,000 a year.
For our service addressable market, we are expecting $110,000 in sales per year.
And our serviceable obtainable market about $55,000 a year. Our serviceable obtainable market shows the potential revenue we can realistically make based off our Subaru visit. Our booth at Subaru got 8 visits in 3 hours. Assuming we make 8 sales a day, 6 days a week, that's 48 products sold per week. With each product being priced at $23.99, that would equal just over $1,150 in weekly revenue, or $4,600 a month. Over the course of a year, that adds up to roughly $55,000.
Service addressable market. Keeping the same data as before, we know that we'll make $55,000 in a year in sales. But now let's suppose we partner up with another Subaru dealership. That means we'll be able to reach double our audience, which will also increase our sales, meaning that we'll make $110,000 in sales.
For the total addressable market, if we apply that same rate across 5 Subaru dealerships across 25 miles, our potential revenue would reach just over $270,000.
Revenue stream. Our main revenue source would come from in-person sales, and our secondary revenue stream would come from selling our product through our website. Expandy is a one-time transaction, so they will not have like any. We won't have any monthly charges or anything like that. And we do hope to open our revenue sources by creating partnerships or advertising even further. For our key metrics, we surveyed more than 120 people, and out of those 120 people, 72% do own a big tumbler. 52 of them use a tumbler in their car daily. 68% of them did say that the cup holders were too big or too small for their drinks, and 54% were interested in a problem. From this, we concluded that we do have a common issue with this cup holder problem. Sorry.
Our team used Shopify to create a rough draft of what we would want our website to look like. We chose Shopify because it's easy to use and convenient for us and the users.
And as you can see, this is how our website would look like. We are still working on it, but this is just a rough draft of the website.
Cost structure. Our product will be made out of 2 main materials, ABS and TPU. ABS is a hard plastic, which we will use for our mold, and TPU, which is a flexible and durable plastic, which we will use for our adjustable insert.
When we started this, those cup holders were designed by us, but we realized how hard it was to design 3D models, and that's why we decided to hire a designer through Fiverr. We found Mr. Tran. He's a mechanical engineer. He's been on Fiverr for 7 years now and has a rate of 4.8 stars. He has worked with other companies, and he is certified in CAD designing. Mr. Tran and I talked about like how much would it cost, and he agreed to charge us $25 per design.
As we start to produce our first batch of 25 expandies, we will need a total of $277.72. 68% of that will go to our material, and 32% of that will go to our packaging. For these reasons, we are asking for $280 to start producing our first batch of 25 expandies. In the future, we know we can't keep using our school's 3D printers, so we will focus on purchasing one later on. When we do so, we will have to sell 21 expandies to break even.
Thank you.
All right, nice job, Expandy. Judges, we're opening it up for Q&A.
One of the first things that stood out to me is I think it's really hard being someone who's been in your shoes to find something that's the difference between, nothing's perfect. So I think there's a lot of products out there that can be perfected a little bit, and sometimes we jump on that and we call it a problem. But I think you guys did a really good job. This is a genuine problem that can be solved. I think it was a good move finding the engineer on Fiverr, because I think that's it's a good instinct to have, which is networking. I think it's understanding that we can't do everything ourselves is really important in business. Don't mistake that for not having confidence, but it's good to be aware, and I think that was a good move on your part. And also, I do want to say one question. Have you guys looked into maybe the difference in the range of possibility in terms of income between maybe if you ended up putting it in a store like Target, like individually, or if you partnered with a car company and they maybe like bought you out, or you guys did some sort of deal contract where you got paid directly from them and they sold it. Like, have you guys looked into how much money you can make between the two?
Well, when we looked into getting into stores like Target or Walmart, it's there's already products like that, and we kind of wanted to go towards something else, try to test dealerships. So, I mean, we just
we also decided on Subaru because they tend to be really close with their community, and they actually they opened the doors for us. They like, hey, you guys can come in, and like we went there for like the entire Saturday, and people, a lot of workers were like genuinely interested, and like they were hoping to like for us to come back once we have more progress, and that's why we decided like dealerships. But we haven't really well, Isabel mentioned that we were gonna, at first we tried stores, but as we did more research, it became more and more difficult because we are a starting business, and retailers, they tend to look at like, are they gonna make profit? Are they gonna like, does this benefit them? Is it benefiting us? Like with the shipping, the handling, where is it coming from? And like, as a startup company, that could be hard, especially like when you're just starting. And so that's why we went with dealerships, especially Subaru.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I just want to throw it out there, just maybe like food for thought. But other than that, I think great job. Great job presenting. Don't be nervous. I was in your shoes. I think it's important to know for you guys in the groups coming up next, you know, with the judges and investors like looking at you and the eye contact, it's kind of scary, but they're not the pace setter. That's you guys. I think it's better to take your time and slow down and kind of eliminate clutter words like or is something that can give you confidence. I think it's better to be slow and take your time, even though I just did it. So yeah, good job.
Thank you.
This was really great, guys. Like, I like it. This is very creative. I don't have much questions. I'll probably save it for later. The one question that I'm sure I'm probably stealing from somebody in their mind right now is, are you guys aiming to make this product customizable or design? Images, sports team logos, or anything like that?
So we did want to offer different colors because of a lot of the competitors only offer in black, and a lot of people now like to customize their belongings, you know, like decorate their interior just to what they like. So we do want to see if we can offer different colors.
Awesome. I don't have any other questions. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys, I thought you did really great. Something definitely I could use in my car. I just have one question, and it's been mentioned twice, competitors. What differentiates that product from maybe what was, you mentioned Target selling things in store, or maybe something else I could buy online? Like what deviates that product, your product, than them?
So for the design of our competitors, the inside is kind of like this. It can fit larger drinks, like that 40 ounce right there. It can fit them perfectly fine. So when a driver takes a smaller drink, they have to take out the adapter now and put it in their, it's just inconvenient for them to have to take it out. So we want to be able to hold smaller drinks without you having to take it out. And larger ones, of course, yeah.
So it's adjustable then, or are you selling different sizes of those?
The mechanism we want to create, it will kind of like adjust to the drink you place in the.
Okay.
And that's also one of the like primary reasons why we decided to hire a designer, because when we tried it, it was a whole different thing. Like there's extruding, there's expanding the thing. It was just a lot that we, like Aiden said, we can't really do something that we're not really good at until like we're trained with. And what we're trying to like also like Isabel, so the fingers that we call are like meant to like put an 80 ounce Red Bull, and then let's say you're done with it and like I don't know, you're the next day you have your tumbler again, you just put it there, and like we just want to create a seamless experience for our customers without having to like put. I mean, for people, I'm pretty sure people put their awalas next to their passenger seat because it doesn't fit, and we don't want that with a cup holder expander. So yeah.
I might have just missed this slide, but no, that answered my question. Yeah, just having it adjustable. So thank you.
Thank you.
I love inventions. This is another invention. Get some research and development with this, and I think you guys did a great job with the presentation. My question is, how many parts does it take to make a full build?
We were talking about this with our mentor. He's Mr. Triber, Eric Triber. He owns up cast metal. Sorry, what was it?
Metal casting.
Metal casting. Sorry. And he actually knows a lot about this, and he did mention us that the more mechanism a product has, and like the more parts it has, it's gonna be more costly for us. So we're aiming for a seamless one piece product, and by doing so, we would eliminate a lot of cost, and also like the molding die, as they call it, would be only one. It wouldn't be like several dies, and a die could cost like $3,000 or more. And we already do want to cut cost, but also like sorry, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. What was the question again? Sorry.
How many different parts total?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
To make up a unit.
So that's why we only want one piece of just one piece. It would be less expensive on us, and it would be convenient for the customer too.
Right. Because I get for a 3D model, you can 3D print it and you can come up with a concept, but then if you're going to launch this out, you would at some point want to do a mold.
Yes.
And again, the more molds you do, the more it's going to cost, and then you have to put them together.
Yeah.
From that image there, for the component that would hold the drinks in place, right? Consider different material, maybe a foam or something that would be more cost effective for you guys and still accomplish the mission of holding multiple size drinks. Because I actually had here, because I didn't realize that it was going to be one item to hold multiple size drinks. I was wondering whether you guys were going to see which drink was highly requested and then expand from there.
Oh, okay.
Right, taking an expansion route, but just addressing the biggest issue first. But if it's going to be just one, there's going to be a lot more development in the process, because you want to get to a point where, from a mold perspective, whether it's 3 parts, 2 parts, but you want to know, because that's going to be time to get it out there and more expensive to develop. And then what's the cost per unit?
$10.11.
$10.11. Yeah. So.
And they are 3D printing at first, but then we want to move on from there, because we know that 3D printing sometimes can be fragile. For example, we accidentally dropped one, and like they keep breaking it from that part. But we also noticed our mentor, he made us another one with different materials, and it was much more durable than the materials that we used here at school. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Great presentation, solid research, solid homework. Very cool prop that you guys have here to give us an additional visualization of how this would work or what it would look like. And looking into Fever, hiring engineer out of Fever, great job thinking outside the box. And that's all this is thinking outside the box, how you can make this happen. How you can make it at a more cost-effective price, so you can increase your profit margins and put that money into more research and development or for your next venture, right? But I'm very excited to see what you guys are going to deliver at final pitch.
Thank you.
It's a great idea. You guys said that Target or other box stores carry it. How much are theirs, and is it comparable to what you guys have here?
So we've seen one online. It's called Swigsy actually, and they are sold for about $27.
Okay. And it's the same material and everything?
Well, we have 3D printed material, so it's different than this.
Okay.
It's a different material. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have, but it's a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice work. Nice work. Two things. You have to make them so they're easily cleanable, right? For spills. So the inside or whatever you're going to do to hold the different size cups needs to either come out or be easily cleaned. And two, well, if I order 2 of them for my car, will they both fit side by side in the cup holders, or is it too big?
Well, there's different. The size of the gap between different cup holders and different vehicles is different. So it's.
So it may or may not be able to hold two.
we actually did notice that, and like that was one of our main critical points that we were thinking about. Like, let's say our customer buys 2 for their car, would they be able to like you said, fit both of them in there? And it really depends on the car, because we have like different brands and like different models of brands, and like they all have build their car differently, and that's why it became difficult for us to create a one unified design to be able to satisfy like majority of the cars in the U.S.
Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Expandy. All right, really quick for my Business O kids that are here now. We just started entrepreneurship in the second unit, right? So we're talking all about the risks and rewards of being an entrepreneur. And when you're an incubator, you get to do all the fun things and you have very little risk, right? Because you're guided in the classroom, you get resources from the program in the school. And I think a lot of the incubator students that are in here now, right, they were with me in Business O within the last couple of years. So they were able to get that experience in Business O to prepare them for incubator. So I know there was a lot of interest for students who were thinking about taking incubator, and I think being able to see how far the students have come along, I've seen a lot of them since they were freshmen, right? Now they're juniors and seniors and they're pitching, and they've just grown so much. So I think that you should connect with them and think about like getting the opportunity to grow and improve, right? We're not going to throw you to the wolves and have you present in front of the sharks. We're going to build up confidence and get experience. And I think that's really cool to see how far these students have come along. And eventually, maybe this is you. All right. You guys need a second to set up? All right, our next group is Crochet Squeezables. Give them a round of applause.
All right, good morning, class. If you didn't grab the paper on your way in, you're going to be unaware that we have a pop quiz today. It's going to be on the things we've been learning the last 3 days. So, yeah, you guys may begin. Did you guys grab papers when you walked into class? No? Students, can you pass these down, please? Thank you.
Omari, do you understand this?
No.
You don't look too well. Are you fine?
No. You know why?
Why?
Because if I fail this quiz, I'm ineligible and I can't play for my game.
I think I have something for you.
Ooh, what is this?
That's a crochet squeezable.
Ooh.
Omari, you're doing an awful lot of talking over there. Do you have something you want to share with the class?
Oh, my bad. It's just a stress ball Wendy made me. It's handmade. You want to see?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, wow. I feel so relaxed already. You know what, class? Forget the pop quiz. We're not doing this. Go ahead, throw it out. We're going to watch a movie today instead. Wendy, do you have more that you could share with the class?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Movie of your choice, guys. What do we want to watch? Any suggestions? All right. My name is Alize Rodriguez.
My name is Amari.
My name is Wendy.
And we are Crochet Squeezables.
So the biggest problems that all our customers have is that they're all stressed out. We send out a survey in school for students and teachers, and we got feedback, and the 37% feel stressed, that they are stressed almost often, and a 22% feel that they're stressed every single day, and a 40% feel that they're stressed sometimes.
Our customer segment, we have seen that students and teachers in our school will be the target market from ages 13 to 54 in a school environment.
That's where Crochet Squeezables come in. They're designed to help students and teachers relax one squeeze at a time. They're also helpful before moments that can cause stress, such as golfing, before flights, and meetings. Our stress balls are made out of chenille yarn and polyfill stuffing, making them soft to the touch and easy to squeeze. Our stress balls are also silent when squeezed, bounced on a desk, or even lightly thrown, which makes them quiet, and it is very important for classroom environments where distraction can negatively impact learning. They can also work as stocking stuffers and gifts. So our direct competitors are gonna be your typical stress balls. So these consist of Nido and Orbeez filled stress balls. Although these are popular, they're not classroom friendly. Many of these stress balls contain liquids or beads, which can make a mess if the product were to break. And based on reading reviews, this tends to happen to a lot of people. They can also become distractions in classrooms due to their texture or how they're used. In contrast, our stress balls are quiet, mess-free, and have a soft texture, making them a more practical option for teachers and students looking for ways to relieve stress without causing distractions in the classroom. We also have had teachers buy our product, and they do allow them in their classroom for students to use.
How we are different. Our stress balls are quiet and mess-free, handmade with chenille yarn, which is soft to squeeze compared to our competitors that usually have rubber or plastic balls. And we allow teachers and students to customize the balls to any color they would like.
For our servable addressable our servable obtainable market, we're gonna start with our own school, so Fenton High School. They have a total of 1,465. We're also gonna do the 1% for how many people could buy for us. So we have to make 14 stress balls, and for 14 that we sell, we're gonna gain a profit of $70. And then we're gonna, for our servable addressable market, we're gonna go to West Leiden High School. They have a total of 1,890, and we're also gonna be doing it for 1%. So we have to make 18 stress balls, and for 18 that we sell, we have to, we're gonna gain a profit of $90. And then we're gonna go to Elk Grove High School. They have a total of 2,997. We're also gonna multiply for 1%, so we have to make 20 stress balls. And so for 20 that we sell, we're gonna gain a profit of $100. And then for our market test, is word of mouth. So teachers have bought our product, and they let their students test it out. And also there's students who've bought our product and have told their family and friends to buy from us. And also just like directly telling the students about it and teachers. And also we've gotten positive feedback based on the people who bought from us, and they really liked our product.
This is our website. It's still being developed, but we're using Wix. It consists of key pages such as About Us, our product, Contact, and an FAQ section. These will allow people to see what our product is like and also allow them to purchase our product. This is also gonna help people that are not in our local area to purchase our product.
Our channels, this is how you could contact us, is on Instagram, TikTok, and we got a Facebook page. And if you have any questions or are interested in buying one, you can email us. And our financial model, we are selling our standard stress balls, like the ones in your hand, for $5, customizable balls for $7 to $10. We have made $280 sold individually to students and teachers. Right now, we have made 52 sales, and those are continuing to go up. We have $10 in tips, and right now we have $215 in cash, and we have put $65 towards materials. And for our total package, we have our cost of goods is $1.95, and we are a labor, which keeps us unpaid, which keeps the price low because we are a student-ran business. And the goal is for it to be affordable for a school environment. That's why our price is $5, and for customizable ones for $7 to $10.
Our biggest risk is shipment because our product will become less affordable since it will probably double the amount that we're going to be selling it for. And it could also limit the orders that we get since people might think it's too expensive for them. And it also, it could affect like the people who might want to repurchase from us again.
To work on our expansion design, we need materials. So we need boxes, packaging tape, stickers for our branding, crinkle paper, and then we obviously have to ship it out. So it's gonna cost about $13 for 25 boxes that are 4x4 by 4 inches. Then our packaging tape would cost about $8. Stickers would be $15 for 24 stickers. Then about $20 for 2 pounds of the crinkle paper. And then we're gonna be using USPS Ground Advantage shipping, which is about $4.78 per box that we would ship. So when we put all that math or the money together, to make our product, the yarn and the polyfill stuffing, it cost about $1.55 to make. Then the packaging will cost us $1.23, and our shipping would be $4.78, making the stress balls cost $7.56 per stress ball. We want to do our first run with 10 stress balls, so ultimately we would be spending $75.60.
For our feedback, we are willing to pay for shipping, but we know shipping is expensive, so we gonna ask former customers who have bought from us if they'll be willing to ship, and then we'll expand to new customers to see if they'll be also interested in shipping.
We are asking for $200. We are going to be putting $90 towards our shipping expansion. We know that it costs about $75, but we didn't include the shipping and taxes that it would cost for us to get the materials. We also want to put $30 towards our website so we can get that kick started, which would also fall into starting our shipping expansion, because once we publish that, people can start buying from there. And then we're going to put $80 towards other materials. So we use crochet hooks, we use sewing needles, we use scissors. Those things over time are going to get worn down, so we are going to need to buy more materials for that, as well as the yarn and polyfill stuffing. Those don't grow on trees, so we can't just pluck them off and use them for free. Thank you.
All right, let's move on into judges' questions. Anybody want to start? Rock, paper, scissors.
Well, I just wanted to start out first, Frank, so I can share with Amari. Nice job. I love the shoes.
Here you go, Frank. I'm going to take a line from Jimmy. Great job, great pitch. I'm a little confused on one thing, though. When you had Elk Grove School up there, you said you wanted to sell 20 and profit was 100, right?
Yes.
But if you're selling, if it's costing you $3 to make them, your profit truly isn't 100.
Yeah.
Your profit is $20. So that kind of threw me off, right? If you're trying to profit from it, the $100 is not putting money into your kitty to make more of these products.
Yeah.
Correct.
So what I did was because we're selling them for $5, so that's the way I did it. So I did like 20 to like multiplying it by 5, so that's how we're gonna like get 100 back.
So you're making 100 back, but you're only profiting $20 per sale. Okay, per group. Customizable. When you say customizable, you just mean colors? Like what if the Village of Bensenville wants to buy 200 of these with the Bensenville logo on it? Is that a possibility?
That is something that we would definitely try out, and we did mention it actually. So it would be $7 to $10. So we aren't just gonna throw prices at you. We're gonna like communicate with you and let you know, hey, it's gonna cost this much money, just to confirm before we make the products. Okay. So we can do that. It would just have to be, or we would try to do it. We don't want to like promise and just say yes, it will happen if we aren't able to. So we are obviously gonna make tests and show it to you guys, and if they are happy with that product, we will make it. And yeah, they can also do colors, and then as you said, like the patterns. So yeah.
Also, right now we making a ball for Mr. Illinois basketball. Well, not a basketball, stress ball with an eye on it.
How long does it take you to make one?
It takes me about 30 minutes.
Okay. I think $200 ask is way too low. You should have went a little higher. Thank you.
Thank you.
My hand, it feels too big. Do these come in different sizes?
Yeah, we've been talking about that. We want to put on our website like sizes. So we would obviously include like the inches, like if it's like a 2-inch one. And I didn't bring it today, but I did make a prototype of a smaller one. It was really, really tiny. It was like a pocket-sized one.
Okay.
So we are working on that, and we hope to sell those in the future.
Yeah, because I would see this being a real big distraction for teachers if kids are constantly having a ball in their hand. And I think this would be good for therapy for people who are in physical therapy to keep moving their hands. And then you guys said you're not paying yourselves for labor because you're students, but your time is not free. So you should put that in the equation so then you could really see where you're at.
Yeah. As of right now, we're only we're not paying our labor just because we want to we want to keep the cost low, and we also want to gain traction on our products. So we want to have word of mouth and be like, hey, like these are only $5. So once we become more popular and well known, we are willing to bump up that price to up $1 or $2. But that ultimately just depends on.
And how are can you wash these? Would they get ruined if you throw them?
No, you can wash them. I believe you could do it with like cool water and a little bit of soap.
Okay, and it wouldn't ruin the stuffing inside? Okay. Is this really hard? Is it supposed to be like that for a stress ball? Because I feel like I'm getting a workout when I'm doing it.
It depends on like how firm you want it. So I made them like some are softer than others.
Okay.
So it just ultimately depends on your preference, and you can like explain that like to us and our website. Like if you want it to be more firm or more soft, you can express that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
So presentation, amazing. Energy, spot on. But I think I would really like to give you a shout out, Alizé, because you have amazing energy when you speak. I can feel the confidence, and the voice projection is spot on, and getting us engaged is just right on.
Thank you.
There is a market for this. Woo! There is a market for this. I have needle products at home and at work, and my daughter, she loves to give me needle products. And I did see on your page that there's different customization, so sizes, firmness, or maybe even shapes. I think you guys are spot on. So no real actual questions, just keep up the great work. I can just see a better final product at final pitch.
All right, thank you so much.
Wonderful presentation. A lot of what I had written down was already addressed. Good job. So really, it's only just suggestions at this point from some of the things that I saw up there. So consider marketing materials, tchotchkes as they're popularly known as. So you can sell in bulk, because that'll solve your shipping issue. Also, consider shipping in packs, right? 5 packs, make them multicolor, right? You can pick your variations through the site. So that way, that'll also help with the shipping price, and your cost is too low for the item. I know some of the competitors were at 99 cents higher, so you're trying to come in lower, but you can come in lower once you go to marketing and you put a marketing budget behind it, and maybe use codes to reduce a total spend. Because what's important in business is where that expense lands, right, on your balance sheet. Right, so I mean, it's very far down the line for you guys when it comes to that component, but the cost of the item has to reflect all the work that goes into it and all the different hands it has to touch before it gets to your customer. All right, so that also impacts the ask that you're asking for, which you're right, it's too low for what you're asking for. All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great presentation, guys. Like everyone said, I don't have a lot of questions on just kind of some feedback, I guess, and some people have mentioned it. Like at the bank, for example, and he was mentioning this, like tchotchke stuff. Like, so we go to certain vendors in the area, and I'm like, hey, I want to order 250, for example, of this item. So I would just say, kind of knowing that not just the schools, I know that's where you're starting at right now, school teachers, things like that. It's been mentioned physical therapy, but guys, when you get older and you're in the corporate life, that's just as stressful, if not more. So I'm telling you, there's you can also target that, and I think that would help you with sales and further opportunity. That's all I had. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job, guys. And I love the colors. My question to you would be, one, are you the only one making this right now?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Okay. And what is your lead time for customization and getting it to the customer?
Could you explain that a little more? I'm sorry.
The lead time. So how long will it take you? Because I know that every time you get an order online, you're not like stopping everything that you're doing. So what time frame are you giving the customer for how long it's going to take for you to make it, for it to actually get in their hand?
That actually ranges because I'd have to buy those materials, and then shipping does take a while. So for example, for Mr. L's, it took about 3 weeks just for me to get the yarn. So I kept in cahoots with him. I let him know, like, hey, you know, it's gonna take a little while for that to happen. And I've also been in communication. I'm trying to figure out like how to make it work and make it look appropriate, because I don't want to give him just a sloppy stress ball. You know, I want to make it look good. So it ultimately ranges from like a few weeks to possibly even a month.
Okay, I think you guys for final pitch should focus on lead time, how to improve that, because we're in a world of instant gratification. We want something now.
Yeah.
So with your competitors, you want to make sure that they're not able to get something else that's similar faster for the same value. So just want to say that. But other than that, great job.
All right, thank you so much.
My only question was going to be the same question she asked, because it kind of stuck out to me when you said 30 minutes to make it. I'm not going to repeat what she said. I think that was great advice. But I think other than that, great presentation, very confident, self-assured, spoke boldly. And I think the research is important too, because I'm not someone who knows a lot about the stress ball market. I thought stress balls are stress balls, and I didn't, you know, it's not something maybe I would buy, but it's definitely something that you could, it's a big market. So yeah, good job.
All right, thank you so much.
Sorry, guys. One thing I forgot to mention, and I loved what you said in the presentation. And again, having young kids at home, always trying to break things and things like that. The fact that yours doesn't have ooey gooey things coming out of it that's toxic to like children and people, like that's a huge marketing thing that differentiates yourself. And yeah, I would advertise the heck out of that in your product.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Crochet Squeezables.
Okay, all of you owe us $5 right now. All of you owe us $5 for each one.
Good job, good job. All right. Passing period's in about 2 minutes, so we're going to take a little break for passing period, all right? Thank you, judges. Those are your gifts. They said that.
And then business, so just stay tight till the bell rings. You guys will come down the way you came in, and then you can go ahead and head over to 4th hour. Thank you so much for being amazing.
check if yours works.
Yeah. This one? Good. Cute.
Is that good like this?
Test, 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 test.
Into the middle. Speak into the middle. Don't speak like this. Speak like this. You're gonna be over here?
All right. This is our last group. So, woo! Let's give it up. You know what? Let's give it up for our judges. They've been awesome all this time. Let's give it up for them. Woo! All right. Next up, it's gonna be Unmoved. We'll give them a round of applause. Let me know when you're ready.
So I want to start off with a simple question. Have you ever gone to the beach and laid out your towel? Finally get comfortable, sunglasses on, life is good. And the next thing you know, you're chasing it down the beach like it just stole your phone. You grab it, come back, and lay it again. And at this point, you're just negotiating with the wind. You sit on the corners, you pile your shoes on it, yet nothing works.
Now, we thought of something else. Same beach, same wind, same dramatic effect. And again. That's it. That's the whole moment. No chasing, no fixing, no unnecessary workout on the beach that you did not sign up for. You can just sit down, relax, and continue to live on. You can talk, you can tan, you can continue just to exist peacefully.
I'm Julia,
I'm Casper.
and we're Unmoved. So, as you have just seen before, a big issue people face when going to the beach is their towel blowing away in the wind. And this causes people to try and find solutions to these problems. Some solutions might include putting sand in the corners or their personal belongings in the corners. However, putting sand in the corners can become quite messy, and usually the items people do bring to the beach aren't quite heavy enough to keep the towel down. And with that, me and my team have decided we needed to find a solution to this problem.
Now, the solution that we came up with is an oversized beach towel that is weighted, made with tightly woven Turkish cotton. And as you can see, we have bean bags in each corner filled with glass pellets. And we also have a zipper pocket in the ends to store all your belongings.
We took surveys, and we found out that about 65% of people say that the regular towel is too small for the beach. Another issue that we found out is that 83% of people said wind is a big issue on the beach. That's how we confirmed that this is a big problem.
So, as we all know, social media runs the world. And with that, we want to capitalize it and use TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook under the username unmoved.official. With this, not only will we be able to push out our concept, ideas, and our product, we'll also be able to build bonds with the customers as we'll be able to receive feedback through comments and also through our email.
Channels. We plan to sell our product B2C through our website and in the future through TikTok Shop by creating a seller account and linking our business account. And then once confirmed, we'll start selling our product.
The way we'll be able to keep track of our products and our customers is through 3 different key metrics. One of them is sale data, seeing how our progress is, how many people are buying our product. Another key metric is our social medias. Like for example, we can reach out to our customers through Instagram, through TikTok, and another is through customer feedback, getting reviews on our websites and just contacting people individually, like sending QR codes through our shipping.
So, as of right now, we have 2 brands that we consider our major competitors. The first one being SandCloud. SandCloud is a regular old beach towel, however, it is made out of the same material as us, which is tightly woven Turkish cotton. And with that, they're a pretty well-known brand, and their towel comes out to a total of $60. And another thing with this brand is they have a lot of collabs with, like, for example, Disney and Star Wars, which makes their company a lot more favorable. However, they don't have the same amount of features as our product, including the weighted aspect and the pockets. And our other competitor we consider is Tidal Towel, which is a weighted beach towel. However, it is weighted differently from our towel. You fill up bags with sand when you're at the beach itself, and then you put them into the pockets. It is not made out of the same material, however, it does have the same weighted aspect. However, you have to put the sand in yourself, which isn't as convenient as, for example, the weighted bean bags that we have.
Now, what makes us different from these competitors? Well, first of all, as Julia mentioned, our tightly woven Turkish cotton helps make our towel sand-proof, so it's easier to get sand off and sand won't get stuck all in your towel. And also, the pocket at the end to store your belongings is something our competitors do not have. And lastly, our towel is also more eco-friendly because in our beanbags, we're using glass pellets.
Our serviceable addressable market, we're thinking of $400. We think that about from now to about the middle of May, we can sell about 10 towels, knowing that we have about 2 teachers who are interested in buying the product, and we're expecting to capture about 5% of our market, and we had about 120 people respond to our surveys. So with margin of error, it works about 10 towels. Our serviceable addressable market, we said $49,000. We got this number by grabbing the population of Bensenville and Wooddale, which are 2 local towns, and timesing it by a statistic that I found online, which is 10% of the people have never been to the beach before. Shocking. And we took that number and got $29,000. Then we grabbed that number and used our survey result, which 83% of people have an issue with wind. So we grabbed that number, got 24,000. Then we times it by 40, which is how much we're planning on selling the product. And then we grabbed that number and times it by 0.05, which is 5% that we're expecting to capture 5% of our market. Then the total addressable market, we grabbed the population of the 20-mile radius of Bensenville and Wooddale, which comes to about 3.2 million people. And then we times that by the same statistics. 10% of people have never seen the beach before, comes out to 2.9. Then that times our statistic that 83% of people have problem with wind, and then our price, and then the 5% capture rate, which then comes out for our total addressable market, 4.8 million.
So currently we have 2 main sources of revenue, which is in-person sales, as Casper mentioned before, selling it in person in school, but also we are currently working on our website where we plan to sell our product for $40. We find this price quite reasonable as, for example, SandCloud, their product is selling for $60 and they don't have the same exact features as our product.
Now for our cost structure. Our website is going to cost us a total of $50, $20 for our domain, and $30 a month from March up until May. And for our manufacturing, it's going to cost us anywhere from $10 to $15. And lastly, for our shipping, is going to cost us $17 up to $22.
We need to sell 2 towels to break even. This is because we have spent about $30 on our first prototype. Our first prototype, we grabbed a ton of materials, like for example, the Turkish cotton. We've grabbed regular cotton, we've grabbed linen, we've grabbed so many different options that people use for beach towels, and we found out that tightly woven Turkish cotton is the best because it is sandproof and that it dries quickly in the sun. And then our second prototype, as you see right here, we tried to aim more for our solution image, to add the bean bags, to add the zippers, to add the pockets, and then the storage compartment on the top.
So, how much are we asking for? We are currently asking for a total of $445. And with this, we'll be able to bring our product to life, as we want to get a professionally made prototype, which will come around to $25 with shipping. And after we tweak it and get it to our liking, where we deem fit that we are able to sell this product to other people, we plan on getting 10 more of the same towel, and we'll be able to sell them in person so we can achieve our sum. After that, we want to spend $60 to reimburse initial investments that we put towards making the first and second prototype. And then finally, we have our website, as Richie mentioned before, where it's the $20 domain and $30 a month from the end of February, so March till May.
Thank you. And if you have any questions, you can email us at unmoved2526.
All right. Judges, questions? Anybody? First dips?
Great presentation, guys. Love the Hawaiian luas or whatever they're called. So 2 questions. One, is the towel washable? Like if you brought it home, put it in a washing machine?
Yeah, it's washing machine friendly, yes.
Do you have to take out the bags or whatever?
The bean bags personally aren't, but the towel on its own with the zippers and the pockets and
So
everything.
you have to make sure you take it out.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Because the bean bags are weighted and they have glass pellets in them, and
Okay.
they're not really small, but they're decently sized, and that could damage the washing machine, so that you would have to take those out. But other than that, you could put the whole towel into.
Thank you. I was actually going to ask. Okay, I got you. Cool.
Also, since we're using tightly woven Turkish cotton, it's pretty sand resistant. So really, the only time you'll ever have to really put it in the washing machine is if you get it dirty. But other than that, it's dry. It dries really quickly, and it's pretty sand resistant. So you won't have to worry about there's sand being in the car after you're done packing up.
Awesome. And as I'm just feeling that right now, if you're on a beach, you're running around and things like that, like, have you guys tested or like stepped on it? And is it going to hurt, adult or a kid that's running and, they run over the towel kind of thing? Have you thought about the comfort or what the impact might be?
We never took that into account, honestly, because I personally thought that the sand would weaken its impact.
Yeah.
So if someone stepped in it, I think the sand would dig into the sand more than into your
Yeah.
foot. That's what we thought. We haven't tested it though.
I don't know the answer to that question. I'm just, again, I have little ones at home, and I know if one of them ran over it or something, and they might be like, ow, even though it's not sharp or anything. But just something to think about, I guess. But that's all I got. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I can steal my questions.
He ain't that one.
Yeah. I'm from Miami, so I love this idea, right? I think you guys probably end up selling more there than here, more year-round traffic or use for it. Yeah, I was had some notes here. The tightly woven Turkish cotton, what I like about what you guys have is that it's ready to go for use versus your competition, right? And, you guys should probably price a little bit closer to their price. The only advantage that they actually still hold over you is the collaborations for the customizations of the actual towel. But with everything else aside, because you guys offer more benefits, raise the price. The other thing, I was noticing that there was a cost difference between 10 or 15. Are there different sizes that you guys are offering for the towels, or is it just one
So
size?
as of right now, we are looking for 2 people to make our prototype, but they're both from Turkey. It's just the fact that one offers one price and the other offers another price.
Okay. All right. And then yeah, 445 again. I mean, still low. Still a low ask. You might want to ask for more for the marketing portion of it. It might be harder to market in this area for that product, right? Because of the weather.
Thank you.
Good questions. Great presentation. I love the show. Awesome all around. I'll get right to it because I know we're pressed on time. Why are we going with glass beads, and is there something more cost effective?
So from our research, glass beads are like slightly cheaper, like maybe to the cents, right? But we wanted to go towards the route of it being eco-friendly, because for example, plastic beads, it's plastic. It's just not economic friendly, and I feel like that could reach another market of people where they would want something that can also not ruin the environment a little bit from its manufacturing.
Great. Next question. It's the small things that make a difference, a big difference. The zipper for the personal pouch, great little add-on. Maybe a zipper the size where you can put a lock on it, right? Someone can't steal your personal. But moving on to my next question would be Turkish cotton. Big cotton fan, but why Turkish cotton and why are we getting it made in Turkey?
So when we did our research and we actually tested the products, the Turkish cotton, I don't know why, like the creation, but it dries a lot faster than your regular like cotton. And then the tightly woven portion of it also makes it sandproof. And we tried like different weaves, like waffle weaves, and we tried loosely woven, so maybe it's like a knitted towel, so it's more comfortable. But we found that this has like the most benefits.
Wow. Great answers. Been around the world, many beaches around the world. This is mind blowing. So I think you guys are on to something big.
Thank you so much.
I agree, because I don't like the beach, but I go because of my grandkids. And with the sand and the wind, is there anything that you could have it weighted all the way around instead of doing the foot and the head? Because the wind goes everywhere and it will lift.
So basically what we thought with this design is, so basically you take the beanbags out. Initially the beanbags are in the big compartment space. So the weight is all in one big area, so it's easier to carry around. So for example, if you're traveling, the weight is all in one place. But basically when you go to the beach, you put all the beanbags in the pockets, so it's a really easy setup. And then the big pocket can act as storage, so you can put your phone, sun lotion, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So it makes it more multifunctional.
I was just thinking more out like on the sides too, so the wind doesn't go that way. And as I was holding the bean bag, glass cubes or whatever those are, kind of dangerous. If one of my grandkids picked that thing up and decided to swing that around, is there something else you guys could use that could not be so dangerous?
We could get smaller beads. It's just they only sell them in like big bulks. The one that we saw on Amazon, the cheapest one, it was like this big, and we didn't have enough funding, and we used like our local resources to make this prototype of the
so
bigger
even
glass beads.
like bean bags or like something made with sand but in a bag, so then you could take it out just as the same concept of what you guys got, that where it's not going to be so dangerous to little kids that don't think that you know what I'm saying. Other than that, I think it's great. I'd buy it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great presentation, great show. Question, a couple things. Why reinvent the wheel, right? Your product is already going to be a lower cost than your competitors. You're adding costs. You're adding glass beads. Why not just fill it up with sand? That's there. That's free. That'll do the job. You can the compartments you have, great idea. And if you're worried in theory about it blowing away, add hooks. Add stakes. That cost factor is going to go down, or instead of zippers, add Velcro. Get that down, get your profits up, and you're still going to beat the competition in what they have, right? So, I mean, you can add the extra Turkish cotton to make it more presentable to them, but all that extras is just costing you money to produce it. Use what's there. I mean, I think clinking around with this, walking down the beach with my cooler and my ice and this, I mean, I think this would get a little annoying after a while. And like, again, you're worried about maybe this breaking open, somebody putting it in their mouth, something like that. I mean, us with kids and little ones, we think about that stuff. But I like the idea. Also, instead of a towel, make it bigger. Give them, you could probably still be under what they're charging for their towels on a bigger surface. But I like the idea. Jimmy, locking up the zipper is a good idea, but I would just take the whole towel if I want your stuff. But I get it. But I like the fact that you can zip it, put it underneath, out of the sun, out of everything. Great idea. just maximize your profits, but what's out there for free, right? If it's free, it's for me. Use all that, and then you make the money. But great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Oh, they haven't? All right, go ahead.
I just want to say great job, great presentation. You want to shout out your tone. I think your tone of voice, I think you really mastered it. I think it feels more like a conversation than a presentation. I think that's really key. And also, I kind of want to push you guys to venture out and kind of see your two competitors, right? You kind of, one has an aspect of size and one has an aspect of the weighted aspect. I kind of want you guys to experiment really how different would it be expense-wise and manufacturing-wise if you guys did both, because I think you guys already have a unique product, but having both aspects of what your competition has would really set you apart, because now you kind of have the weighted, but you don't have the size, and they could be, people could be looking at different products. So I kind of want to push you to maybe combine that, see if it's possible.
So to add on to that, this is just a prototype. We want to make it a bigger beach towel so that more people can.
Go back to the slide.
Yeah. And so it's like bigger, so it can fit way more people than, like, for example, just one, like this one. So we're definitely planning on expanding like the size. This is just like the prototype we made as of right now.
Sounds good. And keep up the good work with the skit too. It definitely grabs your attention too. So good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job. I think something that you guys can kind of capitalize off of is like merch like attached to that. I think that would be pretty cool to have you guys stand out. Like he said, you don't really have to, reinvent the wheel. Find something that's, not as hard, because I think about picking it up and trying to dry myself off, and, then this is kind of heavy. But if you kind of say, okay, I'm going to be creative in other ways that they're not with just having this product, like we say, customization, the softness or prepackaged sand already, something like that, then you guys are fine. But I think it was good. That's why I didn't really have anything for you. So good job.
Thank you.
All right, thanks on Move. Let's give our judges a round of applause. This was our last group to present. Okay, here's what we're gonna do next. So judges have to go into deliberation. We're gonna have to talk about which groups are going to get some funding. Now, before we do that, I'm gonna bring Aiden up. He's gonna be our guest speaker for today, and he's gonna talk about his journey in incubator. Now, one thing that you guys need to understand is just because you don't get funding for your business, that doesn't mean you need to give up, right? Use that as a motivation, right? Maybe, and I do not want to be a judge right now, because picking who's gonna get funding, that's gonna be hard. But use that as a motivation. Continue to pivot. That's the whole point of MVP pitch, is that you test your minimal viable product, continue to pivot, continue to try new things, continue to fill out the surveys, ask people to fill out the surveys, get feedback, and that's what's gonna take you to the next level. For those groups who might get funding, make sure you use that money wisely and continue to grow your business, because some of our judges are gonna be back for final pitch, and they wanna see the growth of the investment. We wanna see growth for every single team regardless, but I have a surprise for y'all. The winning team will automatically make it to final pitch. Can we give that a round of applause? Whoever makes that one final pitch. And then we have another surprise coming up later on when we come back. So without further ado, Aiden is gonna be our guest speaker. He's gonna talk about his journey in incubator, 5th place MVP pitch, 5th place. His team make a comeback and won 2nd place for final pitch. And then he was also chosen as Business Student of the Year last year. So let's give Aiden a round of applause. And judges, we're all gonna go into the incubator room, and Aiden's gonna continue the show. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Feel free to stay. We'll be back at around 11:55-ish, 12. But thank you all for coming.
Hi guys. I actually emailed Mr. G, I think 2 days ago, and I just reached out, and then he said, come on MVP pitch, and so I came. He said I was gonna give a speech. I didn't tell me what it was gonna be about, so this is kind of like, I'm kind of winging this, but this is, he said talk about my incubator journey, so I kind of want to talk about my business journey as a whole. I've been with Mr. G, I've done all the business classes. When I graduated from Fenton, I did all of them, and I met him sophomore year. And I want you guys, I know you hear it a lot, but I think it's important to understand to be grateful for this opportunity. I think incubator is a really good opportunity, not even per se for business, but what you learn as a person and about yourself. I think your skills in communicating, in going through the challenges that you're not fully comfortable in, backing yourself, backing your teammates, adapting and pivoting are all skills that you can learn from this. As he mentioned, my team was 5th place for MVP pitch, which was this one we just saw. And the idea we had that day for MVP pitch, we came up with like 3 days before. So I don't know how we got 5th place, but we did. And we came up with it 3 days before because we finally decided to pivot. Pivoting is a word that Mr. L and Mr. G taught me a lot about when I was in high school. And pivoting is important because your path doesn't change, just your direction changes. But when you stay in the same path, you still keep the mistakes, and mistakes are not mistakes if you learn from them. And so you keep those new experiences, you learn from your mistakes, but you change the direction, so then you can go on to bigger and better things. Don't be afraid to pivot. I think if you don't like your idea or you're not passionate about it, you should pivot because passion makes effort 10 times easier. You're gonna need effort even if you're passionate about it or not in this world. I know people talk about after graduation, what happens. Some people say life gets better, some people say life gets worse. And honestly, I think both are true. I think it's completely up to the individual. I think if you have a positive mindset and you go into every situation truly believing that even if something bad happens, something good can come out of it, I think you can truly grow. I think there's nothing holding you back, and I don't know how long you wanted this speech to be, but I think that's it, all I have to say, so.
judges have deliberated. So if you could please make your way back over here. Okay. We're going to go ahead and we are going to, we have a couple of surprises first, and then we will go ahead and we are going to announce the winner. I know Mr. G, and Aiden can attest to this as well, right? But not everyone, it was a very, very hard decision, and the judges will definitely talk about that in a second. It was a very, very hard decision. That's never easy. I just want to say before they come down here, you all did a phenomenal job. A phenomenal job. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did a phenomenal job. I personally, having conversations with you all when you came back from summer break and just talked about what you were doing to prepare for Incubator over the summer was pretty inspiring to me. You know, brainstorming, coming up with ideas, knowing what you wanted to do, and obviously we pushed you. Mr. G and I have definitely challenged you, but you guys have all overcome that. All right, and I am very proud of you. Mr. G is proud of you. All of the judges are very proud of you. The last thing that I will say is last year we had Barrington High School come in, and one of the Incubator teams, it was around this time, okay? It was around this time, and they realized that the company that they were in the process of creating wasn't working. It was not working at all, and they knew they needed to pivot, all right? And they ended up coming up with a new idea. They didn't make it to MVP. They won final pitch, and then they made it to nationals, and they won money at nationals, okay? So just know that keep working at it. Keep improving, right? There is a ton of time still left in the school year to make pivots, make changes, improve, grow, get better. And I know that every single one of you are more than capable of doing that. I've seen it. I've had you in class previously. I've seen you grow and adapt this year in Incubator. All right, so give yourselves one more round of applause.
Woo! Okay. We have two surprises for you guys. One, Mr. Frank DeSimone is going to share one, and then Miss Pamela is going to share the other one. Okay? Frank?
You guys, you blow me away with your ideas. It's great to see such young minds working hard. We have also other ideas. We're going to try to promote this organization a lot better, but we'll get to that later. But on behalf of myself, my village board, my clerk, and my team, we want to present you guys with a $1,000 donation to get you guys more creative, to get better ideas, to make us shark investors millions of dollars. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys did a great job. It's good to see the young generation that really wants to move forward in life. Me as a small business owner, it will take a lot, but don't get discouraged. So I could do $200 from the Village Flower Shop.
All right, without further ado, we're going to announce third place, second place, and then first place at the end, all right? All right, can I get a drum roll? Third place winner for MVP pitch is Brush and Go. Come down and take a picture.
Should we want to take them now, or should we wait till the end?
Yeah, we'll keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
You got it, Michelle? Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. Nice. Second place is, drum roll.
Unmoved. Nice job, nice job, nice job.
All right, picture. All right.
Another drum roll.
Oh, another drum roll.
Another drum roll. And the team that got first place
is
Expandy. Nice job, nice job.
All right.
All right,
Yeah, well, let's Frank, Pam, bring it on. Innovation. Awesome.
And then can we do all of the incubator students with the 2 donation checks from?
Yes. We'll get down.
Take that over there. Got that over there. Thank you.
You're not allowed to be in the pic. I'm sorry.
Get
to tell
in
you.
the
Why?
picture over there with this 2 checks. Get in the picture with the 2 checks. Okay. Get in the picture.
Oh, you want to sit there?
Yeah, no, you guys have to stay there. Yeah, you guys can go. Pam, go.
That's why sunglasses are nice. You know, you don't have to look at anything. Just have them on.
Rick, do you want us to compose this in any other way?
I was going to do the individual groups.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's give each other a round of applause. Come on, you guys. You guys did awesome. Good job. All right, we're going to do individual pictures for the groups.
stay put.
Yeah, stay put. You guys too will stay put because we're going to take individual pictures. Mentors, come right back. Come take a picture with your group. Armando.
The camera died. I did hear it die. Get up and move around. Good. I'm good. Anybody else pictures?
We got it going.
Mr. Can we take one more picture?
All right, feel free to take pictures individual with your groups.